Hello and good morning, Christ the King community. Thank you for tuning in to this week's version of Music Monday. I'm here at Asbury Methodist Church in North Raleigh with the contemporary worship leader here, Kevin. Kevin, how are you doing this morning?
I am fantastic. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Very glad to be with you virtually.
Yeah, and I mean, in the middle of this pandemic and all these limitations, it's kind of really cool to see the different ways around it that we can be creative.
That's right. I think a lot of pastors and church folks have very quickly begun to learn tech that they were.
I know I'm learning right now, actually. So, but as probably a bunch of you are thinking right now, this is not the typical Music Monday that you see. We're doing something a little bit different this morning. We're kind of outreaching to different churches around the Raleigh area, getting to know them a little bit, and seeing what God is doing in those churches and how Christ's message is being portrayed around the Triangle area. So this morning, Kevin, I know you've got a song that you'd like to sing for us.
Yeah, this is a song called Abundantly More. It was written by Seth Condry, and he is out of Georgia. And this is one that we've been doing at the church really since the beginning. I taught it to the church before lockdown, before the pandemic, and we were at a conference. Our staff was at a conference, and we heard this song, and it was one that immediately the staff gravitated towards, and some of the ladies on staff said I had to do it, so I learned it. But when we began lockdown, I was doing you have Music Mondays, and I was doing Worship Wednesdays. So every Wednesday night I was setting up my iPhone and leading worship from my home, and we did that for several months. And one of the things that I really was trying to share with the church a lot and impress upon us is that, we as worship leaders, you can listen to a beautiful piece of music, you can hear something, and just, there's always the emotion of music, but I think that a lot of times we think that we can't experience the peace and the comfort and the healing that comes from being in the presence of God, and we often think that maybe it's a worship leader or a singer or somebody that's going to bring us there and do that for us and give us maybe that special feeling. But as I shared so many times, like in our Worship Wednesday, and I'm there on my iPhone just chatting with folks on Facebook and saying this, that I don't even like the term worship leader, actually. I like the word pointer, because we need to be like John the Baptist and behold the Lamb of God, and it's Christ that leads us into the presence of God. So it's there is healing in the power of the Lord Most High. There is courage in the shadow of His wings, and there is peace unending over all my life. There is freedom that washes over me, and I find all I need here in your presence, Lord. I open up my soul, and you fill me up with all I need here in your presence, Lord, where blessings overflow. There's always abundantly more. And there is rest in the goodness of the Lord my God. There is treasure in the kindness of the King. And there is comfort in knowing your unfailing love. My provider, you set my spirit free, and I find all I need here in your presence, Lord. I open up my soul, and you fill me up with all I need here in your presence, Lord. than I could fathom. God, your love for me is better than I imagined. More than I could ask or see, more than I could fathom. God, your love for me is better than I imagined. There's so much more. And I find all I need here in your presence, Lord. I open up my soul and you fill me up with all I need here in your presence, Lord, where blessings overflow. There's always abundantly more, abundantly more. More than I could ask or see, more than I could fathom. God, your love for me is better than I imagined.
Hey, Kevin, thank you so much for being willing to sing and just be a part of this Music Monday. That's the first time I ever heard that song, and oh my gosh, those words were just fantastic to hear.
Seth Condrey, he's a great writer. That was our reaction the first time we heard it.
I see why. So awesome. Well, thank you very much, and hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday. Feel free to post and share this if you like, and feel free to rewatch it as well too. So thank you guys, and God bless.